Good evening, associates. FundMyHome.org is on the air for Thursday night, March 11th, 2021. I want to welcome you all here tonight. We have some great information once again. Let me bring on our Vice President in charge of marketing and lots of other things, Mr. Scott Grimm. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great, Ken. How are you?
Hey, it's a good day.
All right. Welcome, Ken. Welcome all our associates to our call this evening. Glad to have you here. It is a great day, certainly at fundmyhome.org, and we're just again excited. We really feel like we're on a really good path right now. We've got a great foundation, and we're certainly excited about our new opportunities, the vertical opportunities that we have to be able to list properties. And I just there's so many new ideas coming to mind now. I've talked with several of our associates today about some new construction ideas to present to builders, to really start listing some new properties and so on and so forth, and to be able to offer them some great benefits by letting our great organization represent them. So just great opportunities abound, and we're super excited and blessed to be a part of such a great organization. So we're looking forward to tonight's call, and let's see if we got Carlos on the call. Carlos, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Welcome,
Hello.
welcome, Carlos. Welcome tonight, and looking forward to hearing from you and just to give us an update. Everybody's, I'm sure, listening with open ears, and always look forward to hearing what you have to say. So it's a great day at fundmyhome.org, right?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Scott. Thank you very much. And thank you, Ken, and welcome everybody. It's a pleasure to have you here. So, a lot of things going on, and many things that we keep bringing to you to help you market. In the next week or so, I would say in less than 2 weeks, we will give you a lead generation system that we are putting together for all of you that you can participate in, that is going to work in different ways. I give you a little preview. One of them will be working with sort of like the way that the true meaning of digital marketing. So with digital marketing, when someone arrives at a website, today's in age, these visitors are sometimes given a cookie. So these cookies help the visitor have a better enhanced experience. So they say, but there are other reasons for the cookies, and it helps to identify the IP addresses, etc. So we're going to follow that method, and we will market. We will have the databases of the names of the individuals who have visited a website that has anything to do with home ownership, anything to do with a mortgage, with down payment assistance, with real estate, any type of write out. Somebody wanted to know how much is the typical down payment, then we will know, and a cookie will be put to work. And so somebody goes into any type of mortgage calculator, and a cookie will go to work on it. So what it would do is it will code the IP address and the name of the person. Now, when they go in and they're searching for information, they may give us their email address and telephone number. So the cookie will code that too. So you have a situation where you have now, we will have data from people's names, IP addresses, telephone numbers, and email addresses. So what do we do with that? So we have tens of thousands of names like this of people who are just recently searching for information regarding real estate, any type. So what we do with that is we give it to advertising agencies, and we give the advertising agencies, we give them our own type of display ads or different marketing materials. So what we tell them to do is we tell them, when you see any person listed in this list that we give you, the moment you see them showing up online, anywhere online, send them or shoot them this particular message or ad, pop-up ad, or however it would be. So this is very effective because we are actually giving these advertising agencies the exact name of the people who we want to make aware that we make them aware of a program. So it's not going to be just random emails and random names. It will be specifically people who just recently inquired. So what does that do to you is that you will be able to participate in this marketing. So when because we can all separately have our own different pop-up ads, or your pop-up ads could have your name and email addresses, or could be directed to your cell phones. Because remember, when somebody arrives at any of our cell phones, when if it was sent by you, then it will show your name, your email address, your phone number, it will show your calendar, etc. So when if you participate in these campaigns, then you'll be able to direct these pop-ups, or and there'll be other methods, but we're still talking about it. But it will be directed to these individuals from you. So they're going to reply to you, click on your websites, call your phone numbers, email you, go to your calendars, etc. So it's going to be directed to specifically to who we can help immediately. So it's not going to be much bother. Now, also, so because we have, with this information encoded, we will have, again, IP addresses, which is, it will be used for what I just described, but it would also have their names and phone numbers and email addresses. So you could choose to work directly and picking up the telephone and calling these people directly, because you will have their names and phone numbers. So how do you call them? Well, you could call them one by one if you wish, or you could turn on your predicted dialers that we will make available to you. So you could treat this as a different way to approach prospects. And this process could be, they will be classified different from different aspects. It could be maybe for somebody looking for a home business opportunity, or someone looking to sell a home, or someone looking to buy a home, or in different prospects. So I think that's going to be very useful. And of course, that it will not be for everyone, but for those who want to work, for those who understand the value of this, they can come in and participate. If all you want to do is send emails, well, that's fine too. You could send emails, and the email addresses will be there with their names, etc. So that's coming up. That's one of the ways that we are going to have our lead generation system. But we will have also another way where we will ask you to share with us your contact list, and we're preparing some sort of a pre-launching system, a way in which companies pre-launch themselves to let everybody know what they're up to. So you can share with us all your contacts, and we will enter them into the system so that it propagates the message, so that they can share that with others, with their friends and family. and that's working pretty well. We're seeing some companies doing very well with that approach. So the point of that approach, the pre-launch approach, is to give information, and you don't have to try to be too salesy, trying to push them. Just give them information and be the expert. So you be the expert, we are the expert, you are the expert. You give them information, and let them on their own pace come to you. So that's coming up now. But meanwhile, we know what we have. We have a great down payment assistance program. We, as Scott was saying, we have now an opportunity for bringing down payment assistance recipients. Now we can market for homeowners who can list their homes for sale with their preferred realtors. So the thing about this is that if you market for a homeowner to sell with our preferred realtors, you really have a 1-2 punch, because most likely that the family, the person selling their homes, most likely will have to purchase a new home. So you will have most likely a seller and now a down payment assistance recipient. Because once we service them, and remember that we offer them a way to sell their homes where it costs them literally zero money. But then on top of it, because we provide home buyers down payment assistance, when they get an offer, most likely it will be a full offer, almost 100% of that. But then on top of it, they will not need to provide, most likely won't have to provide any contributions, any sellers concessions to the buyers, because the buyers won't need it, because we will be providing those buyers with down payment assistance. So it's a good proposition to the seller, but when the seller sells a home and we're giving them a good service, there will be no reason for this seller to not use us, to not take our down payment assistance when they buy their next home. So now you have now a 1-2 punch where you have two transactions in one. So that's all good. And again, we have the other verticals. And so we're working for you. We're making things available to help you market. You have your assistants, your coordinators, and all we want you to do is just share with everybody you know and meet our housing movement. And as we've been saying, you do the talk, we do the work. So Ken, there's a couple of questions there that I'd like to answer that you have.
Yes, sir. So the first question, both these first two questions come from Stuart Birch. The first one is, do we have sales funnels being developed that summarize all the new benefits, listing of properties, bankruptcy removal, et cetera? Something on the line of, are you aware?
Okay, well, thank you. We are putting together different sales funnels, and we can summarize all the benefits in one sales funnel. We could separate them, having specific, each one of them in a different vertical, and they will be available for you to choose from. And yes, thank you for that. Now, if anyone has any suggestions, anybody has any specific requests that they can send us, we would love to see those examples, those suggestions, and we'll consider them when we build our sales funnels.
Okay, and those suggestions will go to support@fundmyhome.org.
Yes.
Okay, second question from Stuart. When a bankruptcy is removed from the PACER system, as you spoke of last week, does their FICO score automatically go up so many points so that when a person's info goes to our lender, they will see the new FICO score, which enables the lender to approve a loan for the borrower? How does this work, since a person's FICO score will take a hit once they going through the BK is approved?
Okay, yes, of course. When this bankruptcy gets removed, the credit score is going to increase substantially. It's going to go up instantly and quite a bit. So that is absolutely a very good, very, very strong benefit here. It's going to be instant improvement on their scores. So that may mean, see, this bankruptcy approach, helping people with their bankruptcy approach, it does not only have to be with a completely recent bankruptcy. It could be a bankruptcy that is 4 years old, 5, 6 years old. And somebody may not have, so you may be able to get a loan, a lender to give you a loan approval if you have a bankruptcy that is 4 years old. But even if you have that, your credit score will be low. So when we come in and we help with that, it's going to help in many ways, including those who can actually get loan approvals, even with a bankruptcy. But again, the higher the score, the better the terms and conditions, and the more relaxed that could be the debt to income ratios and the purchasing power. So yes, the scores will go up, and the uses for this service are not only limited to recent bankruptcies.
Very good.
Any comments there, Ken?
No, I understand it. If anybody has any questions, we'll probably do some Q&A in a little bit, and they can raise their hand and ask.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Now
Want to move on to number 3?
Sure. Hold on. So now, so that you know, this service is brought to everyone free of charge. All they have to do is pay for the filing fees. Okay. So yes. Go ahead to the third one.
Okay. So I had this question submitted, actually a suggestion submitted this afternoon by Barry Dang. And I know I've had these questions asked over the last couple years of me. Didn't quite have an answer for him, but we'll let Carlos address that tonight. Currently, the Monday through Wednesday 9 p.m. webinars are presenting the business opportunity featuring the down payment assistance program. Would it be better to present the business op and the DPA program separately? Home buyers attending the webinar should only hear about the DPA program and nothing else. Also, can we change the pop-up video, which is the doodle, at the login to our replicated site to the video about the DPA program? In my opinion, the doodle confuses prospective home buyers with the message about becoming associates. Once we help a family become homeowners, it would be hard not to bring them on as associates. Just showing them the doodle at the beginning is a bit much.
Okay, well, thank you. And so this is a great suggestion, and any suggestion that you guys bring forward is excellent, because we might be focused in what we do very, very strongly and busy doing many, many things. And sometimes we might not be seeing the picture from other perspectives. So Barry Deng, thank you for this suggestion. So yes, I think this is time that we did that, because a year ago or so, we were growing our business and increasing the size of our membership count to have more and more, more associate members for you to earn your overrides and to build your teams and let the word out, etc. Because we do say that we have an ecosystem. So whereas associate members become home buyers and home buyers become associate members, and that's fine. That's all good, and it works and it's perfect. There's nothing wrong with that. But today we're saying to you guys do the talk, we do the walk. So share this down payment assistance program with as many home buyers as possible. It's time to go out there and sell. It's not just about recruitment, it's about making transactions to bring in down payment assistance recipients. So today, I think it will be great, this suggestion says, to have the down payment assistance program be presented twice a week, and then at the end of the week, on Wednesday perhaps, present the business opportunity. So what happens? So you now have a responsibility or a stronger reason to speak to would-be home buyers, to bring them to the twice a week presentation that's solely about down payment assistance. So in those two presentations, we're going to be talking only about down payment assistance. So you market, you bring your prospects, and we're going to treat them right. Now, this works very well with what we're trying to do with our lead generation system, because let's say that you participate with us, without us, somehow you're getting some hits. Well, you could now invite your prospects to these calls so that they can get another view and get a better or more information about about what we do and when they need it, etc. So this kind of plays well with what we are currently about to bring forward with this um, lead generation system. Okay, so yes, I agree. I agree. I'm very forward. I'm very excited about that.
Great. Yeah, I
So
just wondered. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I just wanted to answer the other part of the question, but go ahead with your
Oh, I
comment,
was
please.
just going to let everybody know that Scott does a Monday through Friday presentation at 1 p.m. Eastern time on the different verticals available to associates that join us here at Fund My Home.
Okay, exactly. So that they can go there, and we'll put together a good program. But this is a great suggestion, and it came in precisely when it should have come, because perhaps in a week or so, we would have to come and come up with this suggestion ourselves, because now we have more home buyers coming through. Because when we are marketing with this lead generation system, we are marketing home buyers mostly, not just simply for associates. Okay, so thank you. That is very opportune right now, and yes, we are going to go towards that direction. So the other part of the comment is about the pop-up video that shows on the replicated website when somebody looks in your website on your website. So the opinion is to change that video that talks about the business opportunity, the doodle, to change it to something that has to do with down payment assistance. So we are going to create a video that is noble, that talks only about down payment assistance, because so far the videos that we have, as far as presentation is concerned, they have a mix. They speak about down payment assistance and home and business opportunity together in different ways, but we don't have one that is completely separate. So thank you, and we will now create a new video that is going to be easy to understand, not very pushy, simply a good information source, a good source of information. Okay, so that's good. What else do we have on the question?
That was the end of the question, was the doodle.
Okay, yes. So does anybody has any comments, any questions, anything that they want to address?
Hey, just a quick follow-up on what you were talking about, Carlos, for everyone. I think everyone has probably seen the move that we've made to separate the business opportunity from the down payment assistance opportunity. So, we've done that by opening up a daily corporate opportunity, business opportunity call that I'm holding during the daytime that doesn't get in. We do have the doodle video on there, but again, it's there to show those that are coming in to, possibly participate as an associate, what our offer is, the bread and butter of what we do. So that's the reason that's shown in there, obviously, and it certainly does a great job, depicting that. And then the rest of the opportunity presentation is about our income verticals solely. So, and then, the website itself, how Carlos has worked to.
Looks like we lost him,
Yeah,
but I
we
know.
lost. Scott.
Okay.
But let me
he came
continue
on.
with that comment. Thank you, Scott.
And are you still there?
Yeah, we're here.
Did I cut out?
Yeah, you did. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I had a call coming in. I had to mute that. So, but anyway, also the website itself, how we, Carlos says, remove the, all of the associate, to become an associate information from it visually and put it in the career tab, to be able to keep that separate as well. So certainly we're making great strides with that. And Barry's comment, and certainly several others that we discussed today, in making some edits on some of the videos, are all in line with what we are thinking. So, great minds think alike, and teamwork makes the dream work. So, it's great that everybody is thinking on the same lines, and that tells us we're moving in the right direction.
Yes, so let me expand on that. So yes, so our website is more and more resembling a consumer website, so that when you market for your home buyers, they don't get the impression that this is something, a little bit cheesy, maybe sometimes. I'm not sure. But we're going to continue and make some more tweaks to it. So right now, to get to the associates area, you either go to login on the top right, and you log into your account. You enter your email address, which is used as your username, and you enter your password and you log in. If you don't remember your password, all you have to do is just press forgot my password, and you get a way to retrieve it. But also, when you go down at the footer, go to the footer of the page. What we're going to do is, when you see that when it opens up into those menus, we're going to only leave there. Let me see something. 1 second, please. So when you hit career, we're going to remove most of those menus. We're going to only leave there the online webinars, to the link for enrolling as an associate member, and we're going to remove most of them. Just leave maybe 1 or 2. Let the mission statement remain there. But what we're going to do is, instead, once you press on career, it's going to open another website that is going to be very similar to the one that you guys are used to. But this website will be for the associates. So there you have all the tools about what we do. And of course, this is only for a preview, because you'll be able to get to this new site behind this site before you enter into your back offices, because you'll be able to still enter into the back offices. So we're going to have a site behind this site to just leave it for careers purposes. Okay, so then remember, for anybody, all of you have either a premium back office or you have a standard back office. The standard back office works fine, just works well. You have all the tools that you need, except for team building. The team building, you're going to find it on your premium back office. So, okay, so that's how we're going to manage that. We're going to clean it up a little bit, make sure that it is more and more a page that resembles a consumer page. Okay.
All right, that's great. So Ken, we got any questions, Ken, that anybody's got their hands up, or?
Yeah, I don't see any. Anybody'd like to ask a question, go over to your name, go across, and raise your hand, and we'd love to have you on tonight. Pretty quiet out there. I hear the crickets.
Okay, well, that's all I got, Carlos. That's a great update. You're doing a great job, and certainly things are, getting easier and easier. And that's what we want to see, because we know that complexity is the enemy of enterprise. So we want to keep it as simple as possible for everyone to be successful. So keep up the good work.
Well, thank you. So I'd like to ask anybody, if anybody needs any help anybody has any requests. We have Marian that is lifting her hand. Any requests, any help that you need, that we can help you with anything, answer any questions, help you with support.
All right, Marion, I unmuted you. Go ahead and unmute yourself. There you are.
Okay. Oh, good evening. Good evening,
Good evening.
everyone.
Good evening, Mariam. How are you?
I'm very good and getting a lot out of all of this, the meetings and sessions that you've been having. Um, just I want to mention thank you for the help in getting leads. Thank you very much. Um, your comment on you talked about a pre-launch phase of receiving shared contact or sharing contacts with fun, the new system for leads, getting helping us to get more leads.
Yes, of course. So that will be easier because it will be um, contacts that you already have, that you may know them personally, or maybe you don't. Maybe you just have accumulated them through social media, maybe Facebook or LinkedIn, or your phone book on your phone. However you have it, you could now put them into our system for the system to work for you.
I see.
Now, again, if that's what you want to do, you could do that, or you could just come in and get brand new people who just went to a number of websites inquiring about home ownership. So that will be great because any of those people that show up online in any website, they will be sent a pop-up ad. So somebody just looked for a real estate company somehow. They were looking for Zillow or whatever they were looking for. And suddenly, the next time they went to Home Depot website or any pool, any type of store, then they will see our ad. But again, if you participate, your your cell phone will be connected to that. Okay.
Okay, well, how do you participate?
In about maybe
How would we, what would be
in
required?
about more or less in about 10 days, that should be completed.
Oh, okay.
And we're
Well,
gonna bring you
great.
the
Thank you.
details.
That's
Thank you. No, thank
wonderful.
you, Mariam. And
Mhm.
so you'll be able to simply, it depends on which one we do, because there's going to be, of course, if you're going to send advertising to to consumers out there, there is a cost to that. But I can tell you that we looked at the numbers, and the 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 numbers play very well. There's a very high return on investment, very, very high.
I'm happy to pay
So
for leads.
so
Yeah.
I can tell you that is it's gonna cost, and this is not a guarantee, but it's gonna cost under 50 cents per name, and that's a lot. That's very, very low price. When we were doing the TV commercial, it was costing us $60 per name. Now that was a great opportunity, and for those that may not know, we had a TV commercial that we were going to run nationwide, and the cost was $60 per per call, but it was very highly targeted. We never rolled out with it because we didn't have sufficient coverage. Our associate members weren't trained enough to be able to handle these calls, because to handle the calls you have to also know how to handle that inbound call, how to be prepared. Even if you know the material, you still may have a little bit of trouble. So we never really got to the point that we could use that TV commercial campaign. We still have it on the shelf, but one of the challenges with that is that when it goes out nationwide, because of cable companies, there's no way to really throttle the campaign. But those were $60 now versus now about 50 cents per name. And again, this is not a promise, but this is what we're looking at. So the ROI is very, very high. Okay.
I have no more hands.
Anybody else has any comments, any ideas, any concerns? Does anybody need any help? Paul Browning.
You're unmuted, Paul. Try again.
How's
There you
that?
go.
Hello, Paul. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Yes, I sent you and Scott a email a couple of weeks ago. Wondered if there's, we were kind of looking for a funnel for reaching out to veterans. Is that a possibility in the future, maybe?
No, of course, yes. That funnel and many others are coming up. And thank you for your reminder and for your request. Thank you very much. And again, if anybody has any requests, please email support@fundmyhome.org, and we will have. Now, the reason for sometimes a delay is because there are other components that are needed to address a market, such as, for example, VA veterans. So we're coming up with that, Paul, and we do remember your request. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we have
And now we
Gwen.
got Gwen.
Yep, go ahead and unmute, Gwen.
Okay, thanks. I would like to ask, if a veteran has asked me, what is the advantage of going through Fund My Home?
Okay, good question, because the answer doesn't appear to be very very clear sometimes, because a veteran would say, well, I can get 100% financing from the VA. That's what the VA is there for. If I have a certificate of eligibility, so I am eligible to receive 100% financing. That is true. However, you still have to pay for closing costs, and closing costs are always higher than the down payment. So they can get their VA loan financed at 100%, and then fundmyhome.org will come in and assist with the down payment, assuming with the closing costs. Now remember, even if the veteran has sufficient funds, it does not mean that we are going to say no. We give you additional funds that you may use for purchasing your home, or maybe keep it for a rainy day, maybe to buy furniture, who knows. So the other benefit is this concerns the associates, that the VA is not going to pay you $3,200. So just think about that.
Okay. Thank you, Gwen. Anyone else?
Thank you, Gwen. Okay, anybody else? We have Gwen, is Adele. Okay, Barry Dang. Barry, thank you for your comments. I appreciate your suggestions. If you have any questions, anything that you'd like to say, well, then we certainly welcome you, Barry. Thank you. And we got Joe Leach, always there, always working. Thank you, Joe Leach. And all of you there. So many good names, so many good associates. So Adele Smith.
You're unmuted, Adele.
Okay, I'm unmuted now. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Appreciate it. Hi, Carlos. How are you this evening?
I'm great. Thank you, Adele. I'm doing great. Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you. I have a question regarding the fundraising and sponsorship. How do I go about getting information on the companies that we can contact to help fund the program?
Okay, Scott could probably answer the question very well.
Yes, we're still offering the $250 sponsorship that will get the corporate sponsor their own marketing video, produced by us. So if you have someone interested, you can just reach out directly to me, Scott@fundmyhome.org, and I'll be glad to assist you and reach out to your contact and help you close that and get the information that's needed to get the marketing video produced and to get them on board. In addition, we can you find our corporate sponsors currently. They're listed on the home page, and in the drop-down menu, you can view them and see who our corporate sponsors are. And we certainly appreciate them. And the more corporate sponsors we get, the better it positions us for taking it to the next level with the fundraising program. So we appreciate that, and certainly that's something that we want to stay focused on and continue to grow.
Okay, thank you very much, Scott. I'll reach out to you by email. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Hey, Barry.
Barry Dang.
Go right ahead, Barry. Unmute yourself.
Okay, just want to quickly say thank you, Carlos, for all you've done for us and for recognizing these suggestions as well. Just want to say a quick thank you.
Well, thank you. That's a great suggestion. And the thing about it is that your suggestion came in at the right time. It's almost like a part of like creation. We were just getting ready to do that by necessity. So thank you very much. But I want to also mention something else. So right now we are marketing for homeowners to list their properties for sale with our preferred realtors. So the question is, where do you submit them? Okay, so we are building a new portal, and here's how it works in the logic here. So right now we say that we have an ecosystem where home buyers become associate members and associate members become home buyers. So when an associate enrolls, they get a reserved home buyer ID. Okay, so it follows genealogy. So perhaps in the future you decide to buy a home and the person who enrolled you can get credit for it. Okay, so the same thing is going to be with home sellers. So when the home seller enrolls, they don't have to pay. Okay, the home seller will also obtain automatically a reserved home buyer ID, because you are going to market for somebody to list their home and they're going to become a home buyer very, very soon. So you enroll your home seller by simply doing a simple entry, and then the home office will then take care of the rest. Because remember, as digital marketing specialists, you do not need to process and to work too many details with us. Simply bring in the prospect with the care of it. So the home seller is going to enter into a portal that is very similar to the portal of the home buyers. And once they enter, free of charge, they're going to get their seller ID number and their home buyer ID number. So when we finish that, because we're working on the programming, when we finish that, the next associate member that enrolls gets the associate member ID number, the home seller ID number, and the home buyer ID number. So we follow the genealogy from the very beginning, and we'll never lose track of it. So I just wanted to mention that to you also. Any questions about that, Ken?
No, I just wanted to remind everybody that once they become an associate in their back office, they will find their home buyer ID number when they decide to go ahead and purchase a home. It's already back there. You don't need to go through the whole system again.
Exactly. But now, when that's finished, they will also have a home seller ID number.
Right.
So the genealogy doesn't get broken later. But especially for the home sellers, because if you're going to market for home sellers, you want them to have their home buyer ID number right now. So, okay, that is the latest and I guess the last update for tonight.
Okay, very good. Scott, did you want to close out?
Sure, absolutely. So again, thank you everyone for being on the call this evening, and for those of you that continue to participate and really push the envelope. And we're seeing the results of that, and we're learning so much from you, and we appreciate all the great suggestions, like Carlos said, and you know, where there's a wisdom in a multitude of counselors, and we really do appreciate all of these great suggestions and ideas. And that's how we're going to get better. And so, you know, I'm thankful that Carlos is listening, that we're getting great suggestions and we're making those changes. And it's only going to lead to success, and even more so moving forward. So appreciate everyone being on the call tonight. Thank you so much, Carlos and Ken, for the great work that you're doing. And it's been a great day at fundmyhome.org. Everyone get a good night's rest, and let's be ready to get it tomorrow and make some things happen. Thank you all so much.
Good night, everybody.